we are back. We've got a long-time listener, first-time guest, Josh Colburn with me. How are you, mate?
Great, Todd. It's great to be here.
No. You go.
What a studio. This
I was
is
about to ask.
anything more than I could have thought of. Listener, forget about him. This is podcasting.
You've been on a pod a few times before, Phonebook, Millionaire, a couple of other things, so people would know you from that. I was going to ask you, how does it feel to be in here, but it would be surreal, wouldn't it?
Mate, it is everything you could imagine. If Todd taps you on the shoulder, say yes.
Exactly right. Tuesday release this week. Just while we're in the intro, I just want to touch on, there's been a few Tuesday apps coming lately, and I just want to touch on why. Someone in the company, we won't be naming names, likes to get drunk on some Saturday nights, and then Sunday pods are getting it's just not happening. So sometimes they happen on Tuesday.
Now, I've got 2 kids.
Yes.
That's not me.
It's not you. There's a few others on the payroll. It's not them either. It might be me. So we've got rolling with a new slogan. Heaps about nothing. Sometimes Sundays, sometimes Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays. You never know when it comes, but it will come.
Sometimes every second week.
We had a few beers together the other night.
Yes.
You invited me over, and you dropped me some good news. What would you like to elaborate? What happened on there?
You're confirming it's good news?
It is news. It is definitely news. What happened?
Yeah. So I asked you to be a groomsman in my upcoming wedding.
Yay. I reckon I've got an applause sound here somewhere. We can't hear it, but let's just assume it's happening. Hopefully it's applause.
Very good.
It's still going. Oh, now go.
You happily accepted?
I did accept. So now I'm on the board. I've got my foot in, and I wanted to take a bit of the weight off your shoulders.
Excellent.
So I've decided to take it upon myself and do a bit of planning for your wedding.
Beautiful.
So I just wanted to run a few of these ideas past you. We don't have to tell Shannon.
She does listen.
She does listen. So this will just be her finding out.
Good.
So
Excellent.
me and a few of the other groomsmen, we've got together and we've done these ideas. I just want to run them by you.
I reckon you're already ahead of the bridesmaids.
I think so too.
That's great.
So I'll just give you a few ideas. You just say yeah, or I might be pushing it.
Okay.
I think we're going to roll with a theme.
I like it.
Suits. It's been done.
Yeah.
Could you go that far? I reckon a few have got op shop maybe.
Look, I like it.
Yeah. Do you reckon we could get that far, Shannon? Do you reckon?
Nah.
No. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to think of save the money. Sports jerseys. Could we all rock up in our favourite sports jersey?
Can we ban 2?
Which ones would you ban?
We're going to ban Manchester United.
Yes.
And we'll ban the Adelaide Crows.
We'll ban the Adelaide Crows. That's exactly what I was going to say. We'd be able to shave a few people off the guest list.
Save a bit of money. Beautiful.
Next one. So you reckon we'd be able to get that up?
I think so.
I think so.
I think I've got to have one thing I can have.
Well, we've got a few more. The guest book.
Yeah.
Instead of people writing something like congratulations, guests will write their best tips for the horses or sport on the following Saturday. This will give you something to actually remember them by, and people will be trying to put their best tips in.
I like it.
So that you have something good to remember them by.
I like it a lot.
How many times do you reckon anyone opens their guest book from their wedding?
Didn't know they did guest books.
Exactly right. That's how minuscule they are in the grand scheme of things. Do you reckon we could get that across the line?
Look, if we can't, we'll have a separate one. That's covered.
Number 3, ring bearer. This might be a touchy one, do you reckon?
Go on. We've got 2 pretty decent candidates.
Well, I might have one better. It will be a jockey on a horse. But there is a bit of symbolism behind it.
Yep.
So the jockey on the horse is going to come bring you something that you've spent a lot of your money on, as opposed to running away with all your money that it has done for the rest of your life.
I love my kids. I'm going to cancel that one. I'm going to cancel that one.
Well,
I reckon Shannon would have said yes.
You reckon?
No.
Oh, okay. What about your kids on a horse?
Done.
All right. Well, I like it. And the last one, drinking during the ceremony.
Us?
Yeah. Oh, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Go.
So there's going to be drinking games going out through the ceremony because they can get a bit long-winded. You might do a few games, like a secret word. You guys won't know the word when you're doing your vows, but everyone in the crowd will. And when you say something, gulp.
Love it.
Love it. Or anytime you say a cliche, it's got to be a skull in the crowd.
It'll be
Such as, when I met you 7 years ago, who would have thought we'd be standing here
I like
across from you?
the reception will end early.
Early? Oh, yeah, because everyone else
History of the ceremony.
Yeah, and then we can just take over.
I like it.
So there's just a few of my ideas.
like it.
What do you like them? You like them?
Yeah, I love
it. All right, good. How's Shannon going to feel about it, do you reckon?
Oh, the wedding probably won't happen.
Won't happen, but
we'll
at
have
least
a good
we'll have a
time.
good time.
Yeah.
That's all right.
The venue's booked, so we have to be there.
All right, so I'm glad we got that out of the way. There's something we're going to speak about. The Ashes. We won. We retained.
We retained the Ashes.
We retained the Ashes. Thanks to 2 days of rain, we were getting flogged and we have retained. How did you see the match?
Don't get me started.
No, start, please. Start.
I want Pat Cummins, Andrew McDonald in the press
Yes.
box when they get home.
Whoa.
They can look Australia in the eye and go, "We're sorry."
Yeah.
What the fuck are they dishing up?
Are you thinking like the Steve Smith press conference where is it
Ban him for 2 years.
where he was in tears? I want to see Pat Cummins in tears.
I want to see him quit.
Have you seen a worse attempt at bowling / captaincy in your time? Because you played a bit of cricket yourself, so
Not very well.
You would have seen some bad bowling at Riverside Cricket Club
From myself, mainly.
from yourself, and some bad captaincy, maybe some decisions out there.
Or there was one.
Oh, there was one more.
Not decision, captain. But we won't go on.
Okay. All right. Have you ever seen anything that bad?
I just don't understand, Todd.
Yes. Talk to me.
Test champions.
Yes.
Line and length has worked for 100 years. Ben Stokes
Yes.
averages fuck all against Australia. Nicks off for fun. So let's bowl short shit, get hit for 150, almost lose a test. Granted, we dropped a few catches along the way.
That's okay.
All right, I'm all for trying it once.
But if it didn't work in the first test,
Don't try it another two fucking times.
We sit here in the fourth test getting flogged for what they make that first inning, 600.
570. Quickly.
So it brings me on to the question: should a bowler be captain of the Australian cricket team?
It is a tough one. He come in, replaced Tim Payne when he had his own personal discrepancies.
Yes.
But looking back, that's nothing over the way they played this test or this whole series.
Would you rather a pig of a wicket keeper that's texting everyone's like?
Well, we've got a pig of a wicket keeper if you ask Piers Morgan. One simple run out. But Todd, sack them all. Sack them all.
So what? You're sacking Pat Cummins, you're sacking Andrew McDonald, you're sacking them all?
Oh, you got to feel for Cam Green in a way. He's been told to bowl short.
Yeah.
He's been slapped for 25,
Yeah.
dropped from the next test injured.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
His poor guy. It's funny you do mention Piers Morgan. How good was some of the tears coming out from the English camp overnight?
Mate, if Manchester didn't wash us out, Piers was.
I got one of his tweets here today. FFS, has there ever been a less deserved retention of the Ashes? From the Bairstow debacle to the rain-soaked fiasco, it's an absolute farce that smirking Australia have ended up with the urn still in their hands. England comfortably the better side, as this test showed. Gutting.
They're the better side.
Yeah, but we were getting flogged.
We're getting flogged.
But I don't know. The absolute, it just shows the absolute state of the whinging from their side, because he was carrying on like as if we did this, we made it rain, as if it was like cheating.
Here's one for you.
Yes, go on.
Next test gets rained out.
Yes.
Australia win the series.
Well, so
Do you know the last time Australia won a series in England?
No, because the last one a few years ago we retained. That wasn't
With
a
a draw?
win. I'm going to say 30 years ago.
Not quite. 20 years.
90s?
2001
2001
was the last time we retained the Ashes in England with a win.
What was the score?
Great question. Might be 4-0. I could be wrong.
You could be wrong. But with Australia retaining the Ashes, despite bowling like local cricket C graders, it's got me thinking about some of the worst winners / champions in sport. So there's some great teams that do miss out on winning and great players that miss out on winning stuff, but there's also some shit ones that do win some stuff. So I've got a few for you.
Let's go.
The 1916 Fitzroy VFL Premiership.
Right.
Are you familiar with this?
No, I'm listening though.
Played during the peak of World War I, this season was the smallest and shortest in the league's history, with only 4 of the 9 senior clubs competing: Carlton, Collingwood, Fitzroy and Richmond. The season ran from 6th of May until 2nd of December. 12-game home and away season, followed by a final series featuring all 4 clubs. I would have played a lot of finals if all clubs were involved.
Off topic, but that's probably more equitable than the series right now.
Why's that?
Well, they all played finals. Best team won. They played each other an equal amount of times.
It's true. But the premiership was won by Fitzroy. They won their 6th premiership. Despite finishing in last place in the home or away season with a record of 2 wins, 9 losses and 1 draw. Fitzroy won 3 finals in a row, finishing by defeating Carlton by 29 points in the 1916 VFL Grand Final.
Those blokes have celebrated harder than any premiership team ever. I reckon.
Well, I just think about some of the teams that have won wooden spoons in country footy, how they're usually the ones that go the hardest on the sesh. Could you imagine winning a wooden spoon and then winning a premiership in the same year?
Do you reckon it's up on their honour boards?
With the wooden spoon?
Yeah.
I don't think Fitzroy has an honours board anymore.
Fair enough.
Fitzroy finished last at the end of the home and away season, and Richmond finished last overall based on finals results. So Fitzroy weren't actually officially given the wooden spoon. Richmond were, despite finishing 3rd. That's pretty bad. Who have you got worse? The Fitzroy 1916 team or Australia today at the cricket? Who's the worst team?
I'm off them.
And you're still...
The amount of sleep we've lost as a collective. But that's okay. We'll move on.
I remember some of those nights. I think we were talking in the group chat where I was sitting there just seething, like just so angry. They just make me angry.
I had a bit of leave last term when we had the little one, and it was my last night. So I had the Monday off. It was my last day off.
Yeah.
Could have used that night to catch up on a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Sat there till, what was it? 1:45, I reckon the game rocked up.
Yeah.
Jimmy Anderson, number 11, and we're bowling short at him. They bowled 1 ball at the stumps. Guess what happened?
Oh, what happened?
We won the fucking test.
No
match.
way.
All right, we've got to move on.
Is it just, I don't know, I'll be thinking about it for a long time to come. That was the one that could have really finished at 9:30 as well, couldn't it?
9:30, yeah.
It would have been done. Next, sticking to AFL, this one a bit more in the modern era. Shane Woden, 2000 Brownlow medalist. He averaged the season a solid, serviceable 22 touches and 20 goals for the season. Not too bad, but he didn't even make the All-Australian team that year. Is he the worst Brownlow medalist ever, or is your boy Ollie Wines worse?
Mate, Ollie had a great year.
Yes.
A little bit biased. Port fan.
Yes.
Backed him at 81-1.
Yes.
Sent the tip out to the boys.
Oh, you did. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this.
Got laughed at. He won a couple of minor round medals during the year. And I kept saying, hey, still 20s, still got laughed at.
Do you think he was a deserving winner last year?
Last year?
Oh,
a couple of years ago.
Couple of years ago.
Ah, yes, he had a very good season.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So Shane Woden, do you reckon he's the worst Brownlow medalist of all time? Or would you throw in a few others? Adam Cooney? Matt Prittis?
Yeah, look, not household names, are they? Prittis didn't make the All-Australian team either.
Running around the backyard, you're not really screaming Matt Prittis, are you?
Yeah, and Woden's a bit of a mouthful too, so that one's not getting...
Well, his son's getting around now.
Is he?
He was playing the other day for Melbourne.
Where now?
Taj. Probably better than his dad already.
Yeah, the umpires, mate. What are they doing?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. But yeah, Woden couldn't back up his great 2000 season. He was traded only 2 years later to Collingwood and was delisted 3 years after that. Poor Shane Woden. Moving on to F1.
Okay.
F1. Are you familiar with Oliver Panis?
No. Another household name.
I don't know why. Panis took a shock win in the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix, starting 14th on a wet track. Panis made a few passes. He did do his pit stop to perfection, timed it well, made his way up to 4th, and then made an overtake, sitting 3rd, and then Damon Hill and Jean Alessi both hit terminal difficulties and their cars blew up.
Brilliant.
One of only 3 cars to finish the race. Panis held off a late charge from Coulthard to win. The race even finished early, 3 laps early, 75 of the 78 scheduled laps due to the 2-hour time limit being reached. So the people that were watching it were just like, there's only 3 cars going around. I think we've seen enough. Let's wrap this up early. I wish they'd do that in some of the F1 races today.
There's not enough coverage about that. That should be more well known.
I think they could make a movie about this.
And forgive me if it's more well known.
I don't think it is. I had to Google it. Oliver Panis didn't ring a bell in my head. However, it was his only highlight for that season. He only placed in the points 2 times more that season.
Again, it takes me back to the 1916 Fitzroy team.
Yes.
Is anyone celebrating harder than a bloke winning Monaco like that?
Well, he must have partied pretty hard because he didn't actually do anything for the rest of the year. Few others. Stephen Bradbury.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
I was going to jump in and say the last dude.
Everyone knows the Stephen Bradbury story, but people might not know that it wasn't just the final. He fluked his way through. Even back to the quarterfinals, Bradbury finished 3rd in that race. He thought he was eliminated, and the winner was disqualified for obstructing another race, allowing the Australian to advance into the semi-finals.
Brilliant.
See, I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that part.
But then into the semi-finals, the exact same thing happened again. Or the same thing that happened in the final. After consulting with his national coach, Bradbury's strategy from the semi-finals onward was to cruise behind his opponents and hope that they crashed. So even he knew himself that he's just not up to this sort of standard. His reasoning was that risk-taking by the favourites could cause a collision to a racing incident, and so he just thought, nah, I'll just hang back. And guess what happened? They all fell over.
What a man. What a story.
Man. And then obviously, if you don't know, the exact same thing happened in the final where everyone tumbled down. Bradbury through.
Australia's first gold medal?
Good question.
In the Winter Olympics?
Very good question. I think so.
Someone will correct us if I'm
Someone
wrong.
will correct us. I'll cut it out if it's not. But yeah, there's just a few I had. Did you have any others that you were wanted to add into the mix?
Nah, Bradbury was the one that came to mind.
Yeah, he was pretty shit. So what's the moral of the story? Sometimes it pays to suck. It's Phonebook Millionaire, as I did say. It is, if you don't know the rules, we ask each other a question. Can't answer it yourself. You have to ring someone in your phone book if they know it. It's a test of how well you know your friends, not how well you know the question.
Beautiful.
You love this game, don't you?
I do.
How's it feel to be on the other side of this? Bit less pressure?
Yeah, I can't fuck it up. It's great.
So you can just stitch everyone else up. All right, I got a few questions for you. First one's a music one.
Yes.
Got any musically tuned friends?
There's a whole department at work.
Yes.
Don't have them in the phone book.
No, that's fine. That's fine. How many keys are on a piano? Standard piano.
Standard piano.
Standard piano.
Gonna call my brother. He'll have no idea why I'm calling him. I'll explain.
Yes. Yeah. Eventually, it would be nice. Do you reckon he'd be across this? We'll soon find out.
Hey, g'day. Just recording a podcast, and he plays a bit of a game where he asked me a question, and I'm not allowed to answer it, but I've got to ask someone else.
Right.
So I'm going to ask you.
How many keys are on a piano? Standard piano.
How many keys are on a standard piano?
Oh, fuck.
Not the reaction I was going for.
What part of... I don't know. 32.
No, that's teeth in the mouth. How many, Todd?
Not far off. It's 88.
88.
It's pretty close then, is what you're saying.
Pretty close, but I can't give the point, unfortunately. That's all right.
Oh, well, thank you for the help.
You're welcome, mate.
Not off to a flying start.
Yeah.
32 keys.
Well, he collects records.
Yes.
So music.
Yes. Pianos
Different pianos play music.
Yes, that's true. But piano would have featured on a record at some stage. So you thought it might have been. That's all right. That's right. Yeah. Not off to the best start, but you can pull it back.
We'll move on.
A lot of people struggle at this. Don't be too stressed. All right. Question number 2. Back into the sport world.
Okay.
Back into F1. We were just talking about F1.
Sure.
How many race wins does Daniel Ricciardo have?
All right. Oh, we're going to call Trav McDonald.
Yeah, he's a big F1 fan. I reckon he'll be all over this sort of stuff.
Hello?
Hello, Trav.
Hello?
It's Phonebook Millionaire.
Uh,
All right. Right in your wheelhouse, I'd say you're the group's biggest F1 fan of recent history.
Yes.
Maybe not this year.
yeah.
How many race wins does Daniel Ricciardo have in his career?
Have you heard Todd there?
Yeah. I say 8.
This was the giggle. He's got it.
He's got it.
Bang.
Bang.
Do you reckon,
Bang.
do you reckon it was a bit sus? No, I don't reckon it was sus.
Thanks, Trav.
All right.
See you, mate.
I actually can't believe he plucked that.
Suspect.
No, I don't think. He was pretty quick on it. I think he wanted to prove it. You could tell he was really wanted to get that as well.
I would have gone lower.
You would have gone lower.
Yeah, I
What
would've
would you have
gone
said?
Yeah, not 8. I would have gone 5, I reckon.
You would have gone 5. It was not too bad for a bit at Red Bull there.
Yeah.
That's okay. Question number 3. Last question.
Okay.
2 out of 3 is good. That puts you in like top 10% of people in this game.
I've kept a dark horse. Or not a dark. What are they called? I've kept the ace up the sleeve.
Oh, yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. I've got a riddle for the third one.
Great. Yep.
You spot a boat full of people, but there isn't a single person on board. How is that possible? I want to throw a spanner in the works this week. We've got a riddle.
There goes my ace.
Yes.
I'm going to call him anyway.
We're going to call him anyway.
You know who I'm calling?
I think you're going to give Heno a call.
I'm going to call Heno.
Yeah. I think he'll be up. He's always up.
You told me I was going to do Phonebook Millionaire.
Yeah.
And I was going to save him till number 3 because I didn't want to use him and then want to use him again.
That's why I'm throwing spanners in the works.
A riddle.
Hey, Josh, how are you?
Good, Heno. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Don't have much time for a chat. You're on a podcast.
Okay.
You'd be
yes.
familiar with it.
Yes, I'm sure I am. Yep.
Yep. I've lasted in here longer than you without almost dying, so that's a win.
Well, I was only there for about 4 minutes before I ended it, so that's good.
Sorry. I saved you till last because I didn't want to regret using you early. And
Okay, I'll let you down.
I think I regret the decision.
All right.
But Todd's going to read you a riddle.
Okay.
We've got a riddle. It said here. You spot a boat full of people, but there isn't a single person on board. How is that possible?
So, hang on, what was that? A boat is full of people.
You spot a boat full of people.
Oh,
But
because everyone in the boat is in a couple.
They're
married.
Very good. He's got it.
Bang!
They're all
Heno!
married. They're all married.
I didn't doubt you at all.
Yeah, you were doubting him for a little
very
bit
good.
there.
Thanks, mate.
Excellent. No worries.
Right.
Enjoy the rest.
Did you think he was going to come up clutch there?
He's a smart man.
Did you have the? Did you had it?
Yeah, we've done a lot of school camps, and riddles are quite.
It's a hit with the kids, is it?
Yeah.
One more that we haven't done in a while. One more to wrap up with. We're going to bring scab hacks back.
Oh, beauty.
Especially these interest rates are killing me, Josh. I'm in absolute world of hurt, this bank account, especially when I keep getting smashed on the punt. So if you could just bring a few scab hacks in here today, it would do me a lot of help, and it'd do a lot of the listeners a lot of help.
All right. So I used to work with a bloke.
Yes.
All right. And it should help you because he has managed to pay off his mortgage at
Whoa.
quite a young age.
Whoa.
So,
Yes.
despite having a solar system
Yeah.
on his house, which is quite a good way to start with saving him some money.
Must be very
You've
nice.
got a very nice one yourself.
Yep, 17 kilowatts.
17 kilowatts. Good friend of the show.
Yeah, Shane from Go Sunny. Look him up.
Now, he, despite having solar, which would pump quite well during a nice summer's day, he would bring his electric toothbrush
Yes.
to school. He would bring his, the roller shutters, how they've got the batteries.
Roller shutters. Yeah.
So he would bring the 2 of those to school and he would charge them at his desk all day.
His roller shutter battery.
Yep.
And his electric toothbrush.
Correct.
Did you ask him like what's going on here, mate? Did you say this isn't what's going on? What did he say?
Yeah, we asked him the question. He said, I don't want to spend my own energy. I'm at work. I may as well use it here.
I mean, you've got to respect it to a degree. Like, it makes a good point. When you could use electricity at work, you just might as well use that. But on the flip side, it's a fucking electric toothbrush. How much power could it really use?
He could be Australia's biggest scab.
Australia's biggest scab. But we're here to help people, so I like it. Do you take things to work to charge?
Can't say I do.
Can't say I do. I just take my phone to charge because it just doesn't last a day. Have you got any others? I like that one. That's going to help some people. So is that what we're going to recommend this to people? Whatever you can take to work?
I think so.
What type of stuff do you reckon we could take to work?
Phone charges are good.
Phone charge is good. Literally just anything.
Yeah. What else charges? Take it all.
No. Just everything.
Take it all.
You got any others for me?
Same man?
Same man.
Same man.
Oh,
It gets worse.
This man he's a very
So
he's on the ball.
the school I used to work at had a strict no energy drink process. No energy drink policy.
Yeah.
So kids would drop them off at we had a fridge in our office.
Yeah.
So kids that spent their money on them, they dropped them off. They picked them up at the end of the day.
Okay, that's fair.
He would have a 2-day limit. If they weren't collected,
No way.
they'd go straight down the sink that we had in the office, straight in the backpack, into the home 10-cent bin.
That's not on. Come on. Did any of these kids ever come back and start asking questions?
Not after 2 days.
So if
It's probably safe.
So 2 days is probably long gone. But come on, the week, the term, maybe. I don't know.
Never? 10 cents?
I'm just not into people that just start diving into bins for cans.
They got it out the fridge. So
that's even worse. That's even worse. That's just theft.
it is.
It is. I don't know. But we're here to help the people.
We are.
So,
And he doesn't have a mortgage. So
and here I am getting absolutely
and
smashed.
we do.
We've got a can bin at work. Maybe I could steal some cans.
You'd have to get there early.
I think so. I've got one.
Beauty.
I've got one for us. Now I'm a homeowner. Interest rates are killing us. I'm only just new to this whole adult thing. I was a bit of the only child, a bit sheltered from it all. I didn't realize until recently you can literally just go ask for your cheaper interest rates, and 9 times out of 10 they'll give them to you.
Have you done that recently?
Yeah. So ask me how it went.
How'd you go?
They said no, but I have on good authority that 9 times out of 10 they will give you better ones. So I've been hunting around at the moment, trying to get new ones, but it just hasn't happened yet. So just bear with me; that will happen.
All right. Because I asked.
Yes. How'd you go?
Shit house. Didn't get one.
All right. So maybe we'll drop it down to 8 out of
8
10.
out of 10.
sometimes.
We are the unlucky two.
I'm just getting killed. I just need. I don't know if you could just build us a multi this week and then just knocks off both our mortgages
On the spot?
on the spot. That'd be fine. Have you got any other scat packs that you wanted to drop in?
No.
Well, we do have a good time killer on this show that we like to do.
Beautiful.
We've got the cap chat here. Dive in there, pull out a cap full of conversation starters. We'll roll through a couple and then we'll wrap up.
Most air guitar worthy song. Discuss.
I don't know. I'm more into piano ones, clearly, with my piano questions. Air guitar worthy songs. I don't know any spring to mind.
Was it Through the Fire and Flames that was that Guitar Hero song?
Guitar Hero.
That's the one that springs to mind.
Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. I was never good enough to do, what was the 5
keys.
The 5 keys, 5 chords, whatever. I just stick to this easy red, yellow, green, maybe. But that was a good song. You'd always whip the air guitar out to that. Go again. Be my guest. Oh, what do we got? Oh, no.
You can send one mate to Mars. Who do you choose?
Whoa.
Discuss.
We got the showdown coming up this weekend. And so I think I know who you're going to go with. Which would you?
If I send one, will you send the other?
Well, I don't go for ports. I don't really care. So I'd keep them both just to annoy you.
Fair.
So which one if you had to send a mate to Mars, which one would you send? Knowing that they're all good friends of the show, so it's all good to throw people under the bus.
You've got to send, for his own sake. He was on the show a few weeks ago.
Yes.
You told him to invest in a stress ball.
Yes.
He didn't.
Yes.
We're going to send Brady D.
Now,
but for his own good. We're sending him for his mental health.
So he came on the other week. We did a bit of anger management because he was getting a bit angry at the umpires, angry at the opposition players, telling them their planes should crash and all that stuff. Have you seen an improvement in his behaviour?
We haven't had any death threats.
No, that's wrong. He said
okay.
Melbourne should all die yesterday.
All of Melbourne.
Yeah. So I don't think so.
Is this after he wished Zach Butters tore his ACL, despite Crows not currently or not having played?
I'm staying out of this. I think
for his own mental health, we're going to send Brady.
I think the showdown will be good this weekend. Are you going to go?
No.
Have you got tickets?
No, we couldn't get any.
Why not?
Crows home game.
Okay.
Needed a members barcode to grab tickets to that one.
You haven't got any mates that are Crows members by any chance?
No, don't Poke the bear, Todd.
That's all right. That's all right. I reckon. Anything else you want to say on why you jumped on here?
No.
Anything
good.
else? Yeah, happy. Nice little app.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thanks for coming in last minute.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for talking a lot of crap. That's what we do around here. All right. Cheers. We better get out of here. See ya.
Like and leave 5 stars.
Fucking oath.